Hello everyone. Today's topic is something that I saw and I'm going to explain through a story. It was an anime that I recently saw a little bit a while ago. Basically, this girl is in debutant in a girl group music kind of a thing. So there have been a lot of people who've been selected to be in that group, and she was really good at it. And it's just that by default, she was better than others, even without trying. Comparing her performances and the effort that she put in and the efforts the others put in and their performance, hers was actually the best and the better ones. So the others were always like, you never have to work for it, you're by birth so talented. Some people said those kind of things with admiration, envy, jealousy, whatever you say. And it is not like that she did not work hard. She did really worked hard. She had a very loving family. But for some reason that she was very different person. I'll explain what different it is. And what happens is finally she calls her mother to say that she is no longer doing that and she quit that life, and now she want to do something else, and she goes on suddenly she takes off with her things and she randomly goes to a place and stay there, and a lot of things happens to her and she meets a lot of people. That is not the story, and the reason that she gives a lot in the end of that story, that she tells somebody that why she gave up. Actually, she was supposed to be selected to be that final contestants in that girl group. She was one of them, but she quit. So the another one who was not supposed to be in the group could take place in that group. It's like creating a girl group music band. It is because the other girl came to her and cried that her grandmother's wish was to see her, this another girl who got the place because this girl quit. It's because the another girl came to this girl and said that it was her grandmother's wish and she was very sick. It was her grandmother's wish to see this girl, to be partake in that girl group band, and she didn't say anything. She congratulated this girl, but she cried so much that she lost. And this girl felt so bad. She literally quit her selected place. So the another girl who was not selected, who really didn't got selected, can be picked by the selectors because she was next in line. So she actually threw her opportunities away because somebody cried and because she thought that girl needed that opportunity more than herself. Why I'm saying this is because it may looks like a normal thing to do. People who are born with lot of qualities, lot of competencies, that it comes easy to them. It looks like it comes easy to them. No, it is the accumulation of what they have worked really hard for in their past lives that sometimes shows up in present life as something that they easily do. It means that in their past lives they have mastered that, they have worked for it. That is why in this lifetime they have that thing that's been there, they do a little bit easier. It seems easy. For example, I'll tell you, if somebody has the power to read a book They just read from top to bottom. They don't go from left to right. It is because their mind is sharper. It's because of certain things that they have mastered in their past life. Because of that, they are able to do it. Even there are a lot of even smallest thing, biggest thing in some way. It is just that she felt sorry and she gave up her opportunity to somebody else just because she herself felt that the other person was in need of that opportunity more than herself. This thing is not empathy, this is not sympathy, this is called self sabotage because of her childhood. It is simply a trauma to be in a place of sacrificing themselves, compromising their benefits, and let go of the good things, either feeling inferior to let go of things because they feel like they're not worthy of it, or they feel so empathetic towards somebody else to let go of a golden opportunity or whatever opportunity is, smallest thing to bigger things, because they feel sorry for the other person. This is nothing. This is not a good thing. This is simply a self-sabotaging behavior that comes from a lot of trauma, especially childhood trauma. People who grow up with either absent-minded parenting or negligence in parenting. The parents who are very negligent towards their children, absent in their children's life, or very criticizing, very controlling, very manipulating, very forceful, very coercing, like narcissistically type. These kind of children who grew up with these kind of parents who are either very abandoning or neglecting or abusive or controlling, these kind of kids who doesn't know how to love themselves, these kind of kids are those kids who had to become a nice person. Means they're okay loving other people, but they don't know how to love themselves. They feel guilty for loving themselves because they feel like it's their obligation to sacrifice or compromise or give up their thing. Either someone will get angry or they will get disappointed, or they themselves decides that other person is in more need of that. A simple thing as giving up a seat, a valid seat that they themselves purchased. Giving up your seat for a old person or a sick person or a pregnant one, or it's completely personal. That is not what I'm talking about. My point is, when somebody is not in a need of compromising and sacrificing, but they voluntarily do because of their own negative belief system, that indoctrination that happened to them when they were children, either they feel guilty if they don't do it, or they feel good because they do it, because for the sacrifices, the compromises they did as children, either they were appreciated for sacrificing themselves, or they were punished for not sacrificing, not compromising. Because of that, they had to learn to be that people pleaser, to give up, to abandon themselves, to sacrifice, compromise whatever their needs, their desires, their anticipations, their expectations, from smallest of the things to biggest of the things. A simple example is there are people who treat their elder children as a replacement for themselves. Like, they'll make their elder children responsible for their younger children, and when the the elder child complains about this and that, they simply says, no, you are the elder one, you are supposed to be kind and compromising and sacrificing, doing XYZ, because the other one is younger than you. They themselves are the hypocrite ones who don't realize, no matter what, they're both children, and they themselves are at least 20 to 30, 35 years older their own first child, whom they are preaching that because you're an elder, you're supposed to sacrifice, compromise for your younger sibling, while they are not doing that to their own elder child. See, these kind of indoctrination, these kind of manipulative techniques that people use because they have been raised that way, or there are a lot of reasons. That is not important because some parents are that way. So the kids who live this kind of life where they were never allowed to express their freedom. No, I don't want to share my ice cream. There's only one ice cream. It's mine. You guys already ate it. It was mine. I really wanted to eat, tomorrow. So I'm going to eat it tomorrow. But now, when the tomorrow comes, the younger one says, I want it. Why didn't you eat yesterday? I want it. And suddenly parents says, no, you're the elder sibling, no? You're supposed to compromise. Give that to the younger one. You can adjust, no? And the elder one says, no, I didn't eat the ice cream yesterday. I wanted to keep it and eat today, so I kept it. It was mine. And suddenly parents get angry because the younger one starts to cry, and finally, because of all this drama, this confusion, this fear, this scolding, the criticism, the elder one gives up. Most likely, if the child is growing up with such people, learns to give up its own right, its own whatever the thing it's supposed to be. This is how people become nice people, because they think doing compromises, sacrifices, and they won't even let other people know that what they are doing for other person, and the other person seems like it's really nice to receive good things from other people, and these people doesn't make other people's know what they are actually sacrificing to be the good person for other people. So these kind of people who are the people who feel like they've been taken benefit of a lot of times, being walked over by others, or they feel that suffocation from within. So basically that is the point. My point is, if you're somebody who has these kind of ideologies, sacrificing is good, compromising is good, that is really not so. My spirit guardians always used to say, that is how it is. You must learn to be kind and gentle and very, very forgiving towards yourself. That is our primal duties as a human, that humans usually doesn't teach their kids, because everybody's life is different. Everybody is the society, the family values, their own belief system, the religion, the society, the culture, it teaches you very different things. Even when you see religion, they teach different things. Society, they say a lot of things that is different. Even within the same family, people, a same person can treat different people in a different way. So this is our responsibility to put that boundary. Even when you were a kid, you couldn't do it, but when you are growing up, it is our responsibility to come out of that and to stand for what is ours, what is our heart's desires is, and stopping that people pleasing and start saying no when we really mean to say no, and not take pride in that self-abandonment, self-criticism, self-compromising, that self-sacrificing. It is not something to be celebrated. It will bring only regret in the future if somebody keeps doing that for a longer time. There are a lot of time people don't realize whatever the good thing that they lost in their life. It seems like a very small thing, but even for a child, if it is important and if it is not done, it is something that causes a little bit wound in their heart. For example, if there is a two children in the family and both goes to school, only the younger one or the elder one gets recognized whenever they come home, maybe from a grandmother, and the grandmother or a grandfather or even a parent, they only recognizes either elder one or the younger one. Oh, did you come home? How was your day? And the other one gets cold shoulder. It's really hurtful if the child feels that is hurtful. So everybody's expectation from life is very different. So some people get over it by closing their heart off or turning to something else, or they find solace in somebody else, something, a job, a career, education, a person, a relationship, a hobby, something. But still these kind of behavior are expected because it's beneficial for others. So if you are somebody who has a habit of extremely criticizing yourself, compromising, sacrificing, people pleasing, feeling guilty for asking help from others, or feel like they're never going to be provide what you need, that is why it's better that you do it for yourself, and you don't know how to sit quiet and always in anxious mode. For example, if you have a plan for going somewhere around 3 o'clock, and you make plan in the morning, and you cannot sit straight in the morning because in your head you have to go out by 3 o'clock. So there's always some kind of feeling there, so you have to go out in the 3 o'clock, so you have to take a bath at this time, you have to dress up this way, so this will take this time, you need to take a bus, you need to take a cab, or you have a vehicle, so it will take this time. All the calculations that you will make, and you will prepare your bag, your water bottle, whatever it is that you want to take with you, it's all there, it's prepared, and then you will go to maybe a moment of relaxation. It's because you are always in a place where you had to live that anxious life. It's very evident that these kind of people are in need of a lot of empathy, compassion, kindness, and if these kind of people doesn't receive that, it's your responsibility. I'm talking to you. It's your responsibility to show that compassion, kindness, gentleness, understanding, acceptance, and absolute forgiveness towards yourself, to be in a place like it's okay if this doesn't happen, it's okay. It's very important to be very, very kind to ourselves. This is what my spirit guardians, they kept telling me repeatedly. It's very important to be very gentle and kind to yourself if you're somebody like that. And it may seems different if somebody sees this as a selfishness, protecting our life, protecting whatever belongs to us, protecting our desires, what is actually belong to us, protecting everything that is rightfully ours is our responsibility. If somebody says that is selfishness, it doesn't mean that it is selfishness, it is just that we are consciously doing that for the sake of self love. It is just self preservation. So if you're somebody who has a habit of doing all of those things, I think it's time to have a little bit chat within your own heart and contemplate. And probably it's better that if you directly ask help from the divine, and seek these kind of information, guidance from the divine, and directly receive it, because divine always reaches out to people who are willing to lean on them. And that is how we can uplift ourselves from this kind of situation. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about. That's all.